I love Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. No joke, easily my favorite racing game. And a big part of that is the free DLC Racers. Not only does it make for the funniest character select screen of all time, but it's also just a great reason to keep coming back. I mean, you've got what feels like more Sega All-Stars than Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Obviously that's not true, but it feels like it. I mean, you got Arle from Puyo Puyo, Red from Angry Birds, Ichiban and Majima from Yakuza, Ai from Monkey Ball, Knights, Joker from Persona, and, of course, the greatest Sega character of all, Hatsune Miku. Look, Sega publishes her games. She counts. But what I want to do today is not dwell on what is, but what could be. As of writing this, there are 3 DLC Racer slots left that will probably get revealed before I finish scripting this. But I don't really care. You see, I'm a firm believer that CrossWorlds will get a second wave of DLC. And if not, hey, a girl can still dream. Now, note, this is not a speculation video, this is purely a who I want video. And let's start off by talking about someone I want in multiple ways, Infinite. Hello, nurse. My bias for Infinite aside, I think this would be the perfect time to add him. I mean, he recently made his big return in Chaotix Case Files and has seen a resurgence in popularity as a result. We know other Sonic characters aren't off the table thanks to Tangle and Whisper, so I see no reason not to give him a shot. I think a festival with a kit themed around changing forms could be really cool. Whether they make a new kit or they just hastily repackage the all-rounder kit, I don't particularly care. On a similar note of adding to the Sonic side of the roster, I'd like to say, and this is a first for Sonic fans everywhere, but I wouldn't mind seeing Classic Sonic show up. In fact, I really like him. To me, the issue with Classic Sonic appearing in modern games isn't really that he's there, it's that he never had a good reason to be there, outside of Generations. This is the one time where I feel his appearance would actually be warranted. I mean, it's a game all about cross-dimensional travel. Obviously, he would be rocking the Cyclone as his vehicle, and I think having a festival with a kit all about charging drifts would be very appropriate. Not only because of the obvious Sonic drift pun, but also because almost every classic Sonic game has some form of charge move. The spin dash, the peel out, the drop dash, yada yada yada. It just makes sense for his kit. And now, as much as I want Mephiles, I actually think Elise would be a far cooler representative for Sonic 06. She never really got much time to shine in her own game, and was never really given a second chance. Obviously, there's not much CrossWorlds can do for her, but it would be nice to have a smaller reminder that she exists. Plus, she could have a nice echo to the Wisp Hoarder kit by instead having a kit based around explosives or items that use fire in their visuals. I'm talking rocket punches, bomb wisps, and tornadoes. Could get a badass name like the Master of Flames kit or something. Although, again, I wouldn't complain if we got Mephiles. I think Mephiles is also cool. He could probably have like a kit based around specifically boost wisps and laser wisps because of the whole beam that he shoots. Yes, I know it's kind of more like a blade, but I think it still works as a beam visually as well. And to finish out the Sonic side of the roster, I have 2 more requests. One of the Gizoids. I just think the Gizoids could be cool. Preferably Emerald, but I honestly would not mind Gemerald at all. I love both of them to death. And lastly, Sally Acorn. This is a bit of an oddball, but I think it would be nice if they actually did follow up on their idea of paying homage to the extended Sonic universe, because they said in an interview they wouldn't mind paying mind to non-canon medias with CrossWorld DLCs if it felt right. And I think here it would feel right. It's a game about cross-dimensional travel, so having one Archie character show up would be nice. You don't even necessarily have to get a new model, you can just ask Rafa Knight for the one they made for Archie, because as far as I know, Rafa is still employed. Now let's move on to the other Sega IPs. Admittedly, I'm a bit of a tourist here. I'm not as familiar with these IPs as I am with Sonic, but I still think these would be cool to see, and I at least did a little bit of research into what I'm talking about. First off, Bayonetta. I think it's really cool that we're getting some more slightly mature characters in CrossWorlds, because we had 2 Yakuza reps. I know Yakuza is not the most mature thing ever, but still, it's a step in the right direction. And I think Bayonetta could be a really cool addition. I also just kind of really want Irenic as a car. It would be sick as fuck to customize. Obviously, Amigo from Samba de Amigo, I'm pretty sure that's been on everybody's CrossWorlds wish list. Pretty much ever since the free DLC was announced, I've seen people go, "We should get Amigo from Samba de Amigo!" Obviously, it would be nice to see Mobo and Robo make their return, you know, the Bonanza brothers. Maybe they could do the skin system like they did for Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde. And I'm pretty sure they're going to do the same for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Maybe they could do that, or release them as separate racers and have a duo festival like we did for Tangle and Whisper. Alex Kidd, of course, the old icon of Sega. Lastly, I want to go with Joe Musashi. He's another Sega icon, so he's kind of an obvious pick, but why I want to pick him is specifically because he recently tussled with Dr. Eggman in Shinobi Art of Vengeance in the Sega Villains DLC. So it makes sense that he would show up here. I think it would be a fun little addition. Plus, you don't really have many ninjas on the roster. There's only Espio. And that about does it. That's my wish list for CrossWorlds. I hope you guys enjoyed.